How are you, friends? Welcome back to IMRCP, bringing you some absolutely next-level magical fights and straight-up massive action. You found the right place. Let's dive straight into the main recap. There was a boy who had a deep desire to study and learn magic. He tried hard to find books and resources on the subject. However, the world he was born into, 400 years later, was one where magic did not exist, and no one even spoke of it. Yet, he persisted in his attempt to master magic completely. They were very poor and had hardly any money, so they used to wonder how they would manage to get by, let alone afford to buy magic lessons. Then, one day, another man who used to visit their home regularly handed some money to his mother, saying, "Please keep this. It will help you manage your life." That man is none other than the son of his mother's husband's other wife. In terms of relationship, he is his elder brother. It might seem a bit complicated, but it actually isn't. That was when the boy started asking his brother when he could meet his father. He said, "Look, your father is very busy. It won't be possible right now. Everyone in their family possessed magical abilities, and they belonged to a prominent noble family." Since he had a strong desire to learn magic, he went on to say that given his family's background in magic, he would be able to enroll in a magic school and learn the craft when he grew up. His mother quickly covered his mouth and told the listener that he was just saying things without really meaning them. Without giving it much further thought, his brother then suggested, "All right, here is something you can do. You can learn swordsmanship from me." They started practicing after that, but he didn't really feel like continuing. Since he had been so eager to learn magic, but couldn't manage it, he stopped and said, "Brother, I can't do this anymore." Then he said, "Look, brother, I really want to learn magic, but if you don't teach me, I'll have to enroll in school." His brother replied, "All right, I'll show you something." Using his powers, he took a tree that was nearby and sliced it in two using magic. His brother wondered what you thought of the magic trick he had shown you. Surely, you must have been deeply impressed. But when he turned to look, the boy saw this hadn't been affected in the slightest. So the boy channeled his power through his hand and unleashed a blast that blew away the entire area, completely wiping out every single tree in sight. His older brother was completely stunned to see this and wondered how a 7-year-old boy could pull off such a feat. When the boy mentioned that it was level 4 magic, he was struck with disbelief. It was a form of magic that had been lost to time, something no one even knew how to perform anymore, and the shock of hearing this caused him to faint. When his older brother regained consciousness, he asked what had happened to the boy. Instead of dwelling on the incident, the boy tried to steer the conversation away, remarking, "The magic trick you performed was incredible. I could never pull off a feat like that in my life." From then on, he began learning swordsmanship from him. The boy faced many difficulties, but refused to give up. He kept trying to learn swordsmanship from his brother. By the time he turned 10, he had become so powerful that he could shatter a large tree into pieces with his wooden sword. He was practicing intently when his older brother came up from behind and said, "Come here, I need to give you some special training. First, I'm going to introduce you to someone." The man standing before him then asked, "Is this the boy you were talking about?" Then, looking at the boy, the man said, "I am giving you the first chance. You can attack me however you wish." As the opponent began to move away, the boy stood at a distance, thinking, "I want to attack, but his power seems immense. How can I possibly strike him?" Without pausing for long, the man attacked the boy, but he managed to move away from the spot. The boy then enhanced his body using his magic and advanced, launching attacks on the man from a distance. The brother watched and said, "Can you see everything I taught him? Look how much he has improved." Hearing this, the boy stopped in his tracks and, looking at his brother, thought, "You have no idea that I was a powerful magician in my past life." The man had attacked him while he was standing there, putting him in a bit of a tight spot. However, the boy suddenly realized the situation, stepped aside, grabbed the man, and, using a specific technique, flipped him over completely, thereby defeating him. The man was delighted to see him and impressed by his skills after he had defeated him. Shortly after, the boy's elder brother arrived and mentioned that he was the headmaster of a military school, adding that if the boy joined that institution, he would be able to further hone his skills. He was startled to hear this, as he had absolutely no desire for sword fighting. The next day, amidst heavy rain, the boy went into the forest to practice his magic and gauge how much he had improved. Suddenly, the entire area was struck by a massive bolt of lightning, leaving every corner around completely destroyed. Realizing this, his older brother went over and asked if he had been hurt by the intense lightning. As the boy started to say he was fine, his brother spoke earnestly, urging him to stay safe since he was set to join military school the following year and needed to prepare for it. He began to walk away after saying this, but the boy had no intention of joining military school. Instead, he wanted to attend a magic school.